Hello there, folks. Welcome to another electronic video. Good afternoon, everybody. How you doing out there in YouTube land? For the last week or so, actually a couple of weeks, I've been having a lot of problems with my surveillance cameras with getting hum bars in it on the cameras. I have a power supply hooked to it that I got off of eBay a few years back that does 8 cameras, and I got 4 cameras on it. 3 out of 4 get the hum bars. 1 doesn't get it. And I found out it's the power supply itself, which is right here. And what it is a output is 12 volts, 5 amps, and it's made to do 8 cameras. And what it has on the end that's still connected to the DVR, actually it goes to the cameras, not the DVR, is the other end has an adapter that goes into here. It's the female part that goes into here, and goes to 8 wires which go to each individual camera, but I only got 4 cameras on the system. Why the 4th one doesn't have hum bars, I don't know, but it's probably got better filtering or something, I don't know. But anyways, so obviously something's wrong inside here. Probably a capacitor. Now I can't work on these things, but I managed to break this apart. The first time I was ever able to open one of these things up without busting the case all to hell. It snapped apart on one side really good, and the other side I had to dig at it, but I got it out. Usually I destroy the case on these trying to open them, regardless of what kind of wall wart it is. So what I done is I found in here a linear wall wart that's good for 2 amps, and ran my cameras last night on it, and the plug is the same as this, 12 volt center pin positive, and it ran the cameras good, but it ran very, very warm, which I don't like. So obviously for the 4 cameras, I don't know what the cameras take for amperage. I don't want to go bothering to make up an adapter and tap into it and, you know, and do all that to see what each camera takes. But I would imagine it probably is an amp for each one. And it runs very warm at night because the infrared lights are on. There's anywhere from probably 24 infrared LEDs to 48, depends on the camera. So I'm going to open this up and give you some close-ups of it. I have no idea if I can even work on this. I wanted to put a scope on the output, so before I show you the close-ups of it, last night I ran 3 cameras and I unplugged 1 because the power wall wart, the linear one that I put on there is, like I say, I think it's 2 amps. So it's probably drawing 3 amps at least. So I unplugged one because it was probably drawing 4 amps. It was running so hot I was afraid that it might burn up. So I turned it off during the night. And today, where I could see better with the daylight and coming through the window, I was able to work on this without having a flashlight and everything else, and managed to pull this out. It was buried in amongst a lot of wires. It's a mess over there. And this morning I plugged it in, and it's running lukewarm now because the infrareds are not on. So let's get you on a tripod and see what is going on with this. Now, before I did that, end up talking too long as always, and I'm using HD, so it'll be another 3 or 4 hours rendering probably. I went to hook this back up, and I was getting horrible herringbone patterns and hum bars on everything, and the fourth camera wouldn't work at all on this. So it went from bad to worse. But this was not running warm. If it is, very lukewarm. So I hate switching power supplies because they generate a lot of interference. I like linear power supplies, but I would have to literally make one that could handle the 4 cameras, because the less switching power supplies I have on there, the better I am inside listening to the ham radios. Okay, here is what it is. 5 amps center pin positive. It's made for closed circuit TV cameras. It supposedly can handle up to 8 cameras, but I don't see how that can be if it's only 5 amps. At least wise, I think that's 5 amps. I'm at a disadvantage here because I can only go by what the screen is. Yeah, 5 amps. Made in China, what else is new? Okay. I got so many wall warts I had to mark this. No idea. This is modern stuff. I'm not good at it. But I figured I'd make this video just to give you something to watch, I guess. No screws here. Screw there. Oh, I see. It's glued, I guess, up here. No way I'm going to try to work on that. Can't tell, those are bulging caps. Of course, I don't understand these things. I watch videos on them. It looks like 2 bulging caps here, but there isn't all that much on it, in these things. banging into the camera and everything else. I don't know how you're supposed to get that out of there. I got to get a magnifying glass and get right on top of this. I'll be right back. Alright, we're stuck on the bottom with a little pad here. I pried it up with a screwdriver. So, not that much to it, except it's hard working on camera, through a camera I should say. Yeah, these look bulged out. Where the heck am I? Can't even find myself. That's why I can't work under a camera, because I'm in the wrong position here. Alright, so I think this one is the only electrolytic, but this is really wedged in there. Can't tell if that's upside down or not. Probably is. Oh, maybe not. That's probably some of that gook from that pad. Yeah, that's what that is. Okay, let me examine this off camera here. Well, from what I can see, with great difficulty, these are bulge caps. I could probably replace them. I can't read the value on them, the position they're in, but they're 105C. If I have them, they may not be 105, they might be 85. But this one here is up against the metal heatsink here and up against the metal heatsink here. So I don't know where the leads go. I would imagine they probably come out, maybe they come out the side. That's really strange. Maybe it's a special cap. There's no way I can get that out. No way that I can get that out. So this is the output for your 12 volt right here. So that's what this wire is right here. So the hum bars that I've been getting, they're like they're zigzag, and they get closer together as this thing got worse. So I would imagine these are filter caps. But what this one does, I don't know, and I have no way of testing it. These I can just simply replace and not worry about testing them, but I don't know what I've got in stock. But I can't tell what the value is on them. And it'll be difficult because I don't know. Looks like C85. But it can't be, where am I here? Because that is C3. And that is C4. But I can't tell what orientation that cap is in. I can see leads down there coming out of the bottom of them. It's just too damn small to work on. But I would say it's probably one of these caps. I got nothing to lose by trying to take these caps out. And maybe I'll do that. But I will not do it on camera because I could be here for an hour or more doing that. And one way or the other, we'll come back on the video. Whether I succeed or not, we'll be back. It's 1,000 at 16 volts. All right, just happens to be that I got two 1,000s at 16 volts. About the same size, but I don't know if the other one is the same. The negative goes towards the transformer. I made sure of that. Now I got that out without too much difficulty. So let me pull the other one and see what that is. I got it in there, but oh, what a lousy job. Where am I? I was holding a magnifier, or two magnifiers, the solder in that. I kept bridging it on this component here, whatever this is. And I got all solder over here and this bridge in here. I tried to get a neat solder connection. Just cannot do it. I got it in. I don't think this thing will work. Oh, now we got to fight to get the other one out. I haven't even taken the other one out yet. So I'm not expecting this to work. It'd be a miracle if it does. But I figured it's no good anyways. I'll probably end up getting another one on eBay. Because that's where I got this one when I first set up my system. Right now we'll just have to stay with maybe two cameras. I can't run 3 or 4 cameras on that 2 amp supply. It just runs so damn hot. So anyways, let me, that's the best I can do, folks. I don't think it's sticking up too high. I think it'd be alright. Now, this is certainly nothing to be proud of. I bridged over 2 places on this. I had to scrape it with my small screwdriver. They're both 1,000 microfarads, and this is 105 degrees. Both of them. The original one, also 105. Well, I'm going to plug this in, put it on the scope and see what it does. But I should have put it on the scope before I changed these. So I have nothing to compare it to. What I'll do is I'll just put it back together again after I put it on the scope. Don't work, to hell with it. Because I don't have any faith in working on these things and my abilities to work on it, I should say. Because I can't see what I'm doing. And I'm putting solder on the iron and carrying it over. I have to do that. That's not the way you're supposed to solder. But on small stuff like this, that's the way I have to do it. And of course, it doesn't always take. Sometimes it comes in a long, skinny trail and it bridges over something else. And then I have to cut it down with the wire cutters. All right. Let's give it a try. Be right back. Okay, I'm on the AC of this meter. I'm getting 3.2 volts. See what scale I'm on here. noisy fan in the scope, that's what you're hearing. I can't read that. Oh, my rotten eyes, I get so frustrated. That's volts. 200 millivolts. And 2 volts, okay. Okay. All right, so full scale, it's 200 millivolts. I'm getting 0.3. And on the scope, sorry, I'm doing the best I can. There's my zoom control here. Okay. So that's a switching power supply, but I'm not sure if that's normal. I don't know if that's the normal output. Let's see where I'm at here. I'm using a direct connection to the scope. I'm at 0.1 volts per division. Tenth of a volt per division. Oh man, I'll tell you, I gotta get this equipment closer to me. I can't see what I'm doing. I need the knobs right up in my face so I can see what I'm doing. Getting a lot of ringing in there. I got the thing open. Ice cold. There's a transistor on this and there's one on this. But it's ice cold. So the only thing I could say is I'll put it together. Obviously, I didn't short anything out permanently. Before I do, I'll feel the capacitors here that I got in. These 2 blue ones, the new ones. They're 16 volts, just like the ones that came out. It wouldn't have taken anything larger than that anyways. I want to see if they're warming up. I would imagine it would be better than it was. I may take an ESR reading on these. I'll do that off camera and I'll give the results of the ESR on those. Be right back. Okay, it's all back together. See, when I just touched the case here. Of course, I'm running through the isolation transformer because it's convenient right now to plug it in where I'm working on the bench. And there's the, I guess it's 3.1 millivolts. I'm reading that right. But anyways, the only thing I can say is try it out. Okay. Alright, so that concludes this test. In the comments of this video, if anybody asks me how it worked out, I'll let you know. I'm going to bring it in the house and hook it back up to the cameras and see what it does. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good night.